When you have an opponent that shoots it the way the Jazz did tonight, how do you evaluate, hey, they were hot, versus we could have done X, Y, Z to cool them off?
They obviously get credit for their production and their performance, but when you say evaluate ourselves, pretty disappointed in quite a few things. The game plan execution in terms of just not being connected on very simple things that we do every game that weren't necessarily pertinent to just the Utah Jazz. But the Utah Jazz took advantage of that and crushed us when we made mistakes.
What happened, or what transpired in the second quarter where things got away from y'all?
I think it got away from us in the first quarter too. I mean, we gave up 32 points and they made shots that felt differently because we were making shots. Our offense did not sustain in the second quarter, and so that's what made it felt a lot worse. But lack of communication, if I'm not doing something that my teammates expecting or vice versa, it's hard to be connected. And then it felt like we chased the game a little bit in terms of some self-centered play, not selfishness, but just trying to make, whether it's a hero play or try to catch up the score quickly instead of just play the game. And that's probably the biggest thing that I felt as a group.
Coach, what were you looking for, I guess, like with Vic kind of in the first half? It seemed like he was playing like shorter stints, and then they kind of got longer in the second.
Yeah, I think for him it's a balancing act of continuing to grow his fitness while also trying to keep him fresh, while also being mindful of the totality of the minutes. Obviously tonight was the first night he started, so probably a little conservative that we didn't want to overrun him early. But yeah, I'd say there's a few things at play, but that's a little bit of all of it. Is want him to be fresh, because all our guys are better when they're obviously playing fast and hot as we try to play in our style of play. And then just continuing to push that, obviously, because we want his minutes to continue to go up, and then obviously not have him where we don't have enough minutes as the game goes on, where we feel like it might be a little bit more just closer and need him in there.
Coach, you guys struggled to hit deep shots in this game. How did you feel about the shot quality that your guys were able to generate on offense?
I thought we missed some really good shots. I thought we were not making early passes, and I think that probably would have created some better shot quality. I don't know our shot quality for the game as of now, but the eye test, or my eye test at least, felt like even some of our passes were also off time and off target, and I think we just were not anticipating making passes as early and as often as we have been recently. And you could feel that at times where you may create an advantage, but if you don't get off it right when that advantage is available and you don't deliver a pass where your teammate can do something with it directly right away, they did a great job with their multiple efforts of then recovering and making us play through resistance.
A lot of these guys were talking about after the two games against Oklahoma City how much things can change and the focus, especially in the West. Was tonight just further proof of what you guys already knew in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, it's the NBA. The Utah beat the Detroit Pistons last night. They've been playing really good basketball. And the world talks, and we weren't as good as they said we were after Christmas, and I'm sure they'll kill us, and we aren't as bad as they'll say we were tonight. So we'll keep trying to get better, and there's a lot of areas to improve upon tonight for sure.
Nothing new for Keldon, but did you feel like he was doing basically everything he could to will you guys back into that game in the second half?
I think Keldon would be a very good example, along with Carter Bryant, of when you put your energy into the right places, typically you get rewarded, and sometimes that is fate, luck, timing, or you're just ready to play. Guy that coached here for a while used to use the term basketball gods. We didn't obey him tonight.
Thank you.